Hi everybody, it is Dr. Una. We are going to have an amazing time together. So just stay in here, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section, engage. This is going to be a really good time. So for those of you that do not know me, I'm Dr. Una, and what I do is I help physicians embrace entrepreneurship, scary as it is, so that they can have the prestige, the freedom, the money that they worked so hard for. I believe that we gave up a lot of years and a lot of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we deserve a return on our investment. And what I do is I show you how to do that. So today I'm going to be talking about ground zero to blast off. So you're a physician, you have developed the clinical expertise, but you know that there's more. You would like to start a business. It may be clinical or non-clinical. You kind of figure there's so much more to me, but you don't know where to start from. So if that is you, this is just for you. So pull out your notepad and all this stuff. Save this time for yourself, and we're gonna be doing something really good. Okay. So the reason why I'm in a great position to talk about this was because I've been there. I've been at that point. I remember starting off as a pediatrician, got my first attending salary, and it was like, yay, for all of 10 minutes. And I was like, wait, so is that it? Like, I'm just gonna do this till whenever I retire? I was like, there's so much more to me. There's so much I can do. I've always worked on developing myself, right? So you do middle school to elementary to high school to college to med school to residency, and now we're here and we're kind of like, that's it. I'm like, there has to be more to this. But I went from that person to the person who has gone on to be a serial entrepreneur, own multiple businesses, bringing in multiple seven figures. And now at this phase in my career, I recognize there's so many other people who want to do that, and I've committed myself to help them to get there. Okay, so you may go like, I don't know where to start. I don't think I have anything to offer. I'm horrible at sales. I'm horrible at speaking. I don't really want to market. Other people are smarter than me. I wish I got a business degree. So since I didn't, I can't do this. You absolutely can. Okay, a business degree is great. But many people have built stuff without it. So there's nothing to hold you back. I'm going to give you stuff that you can use starting today. So it's not going to be so philosophical and out there and all of that stuff. This is stuff that you're going to start doing today. So ground zero to blast off. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to give you, what do? I'm going to give you 5 things. Okay. I'm going to give you 5 things to do. They're all things that you need to start doing today. Okay. The action is as important as the knowledge. So I don't want you to just learn this to learn it. I want you to commit to act on it. Okay. It will feel weird, but every new thing you've done has felt weird. Okay. The first time you rode a bike, it was weird. The first time you drove a car, it was weird. The first time you did a spinal tap, it was weird. The first time it's all weird. First time you intubated a preemie baby was weird, whatever. So number 1 is that recognize that you're a business. Okay. You're not gonna start a business someday. You're already a business. So I am Dr. Una Incorporated. Okay. It doesn't matter whether you're employed, whether you own your own business, whether you think of owning your business. It doesn't even matter if you're unemployed. You already own a business. Okay. It is Dr. U Incorporated. Okay. So you already have a brand. Now, the brand may not be doing well. You may have a horrible online reputation with your brand, or maybe there's silence. Nobody's saying anything about your brand, but you already have a brand. You already have a message. You are a business. Okay. So the reason why I say that is because you need to recognize that you start working on this from today. Okay, I work for Me Incorporated. Now, my job is to make my company a better company. So you can type that in the comments. You can tell it to yourself. I work for Dr. XYZ Incorporated. Accept it. It is a fact. Okay, now your company may be making money, maybe making no money, whatever. It doesn't matter. You work for You Incorporated. Okay, now this is something that I tell my staff, even in my office. In my pediatric practice, and I'm like, I may be paying you, but you work for you. If you're learning, I've had people say, I don't really want to learn this new skill because if I do, it'll only benefit my employer. And I'm like, it's not true. Every skill you learn is portable wealth. You take it with you wherever you go, okay? You work for you and you are already a business. So now the question is, how do I make this business profitable? How do I get it off the ground? How do I position it right? But you're already a business, okay? And accept it. You already are. The second thing is, you may go like, I don't really, I don't know where to start from. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't think I'm good at anything. And now this may sound a little woo-woo, but it is stuff that I want you to think about because it will help jumpstart what you need to do. So you're gonna look inwards, okay? Think about the messes that you've been through. Those are messes that you could help people out of. It could be a business. Doesn't mean it is, but it could be. Okay, so I follow a doctor on Instagram, The Encouraging Doc, who is an international medical graduate, IMG. And she went through the whole situation, and it was hard. It was difficult for her to do it, but she came out on top. Now she coaches other IMGs on how to get through that process and get into residency and succeed and thrive. See, her mess became her business. Okay, look at the things that the pain that you've had. Now, when I first started my business, I knew nothing about business. When I say nothing, I mean literally nothing. And I couldn't do sales. I couldn't do marketing. I couldn't even bring myself to go talk to referral sources. I was embarrassed by my practice because I was like, oh, there are these amazing, practices over here. I'm kind of, just kind of here. I don't know why. I was even afraid of my team. So I couldn't do the whole accountability and all of that. I was scared my team would leave me and all of that stuff, right? I was scared of speaking. And so now, out of that, after I overcame that, now what I do is help other entrepreneurs. I'm like, if I could do it, anybody can do it. So what pain have you had to go through, right? That is another pointer. Maybe you're here and you got burnt out. There are many other doctors who are burnt out. Maybe you're here and you started in direct sales and you made no money for the first 2 years and you finally figured it out and now you're successful. That's a pointer to something that may be a business for you, okay? What are the problems you always notice? Always, okay? So you can walk into a room and everybody's like, this is pretty. And you're like, no, there's a problem here. These residents, they don't have mentorship, or nobody's sponsoring the women so that they can go out and speak and get their professorship and all that stuff. There are people who never notice it. You're the only one that always notices it. That could be a pointer. Okay, so for instance, for me, I always notice potentials being underutilized. Always. Like, I will always look at somebody and say, they're doing XYZ. If they can add A, B, C, they can triple their income. Always. I always notice it. And it's a pointer, and it's part of what has shaped what I do. Okay? I always look at things strategically, and I'm like, if you tweak 1, 2, 3, you can increase your bottom line. If you can tweak 3, 4, 5, you can increase your bottom line, and it's a pointer. The other thing is things that are so easy for you, and usually these are things that you may not even notice because they're so easy, so you despise them. I'll give you a funny example. It has nothing to do with medicine, but my brother is a keyboardist. He plays keyboard, and he is so good at it. And my strategic mind is going like, oh my gosh, if you would just do this and that and that, you would never have to work a day in your life. But for him, he never thinks of it as a skill that he has or something that could make him money. Because he can do this in his sleep. He can do it all day and never even notice. Okay, so the trick to this part is you actually want to probably call up a few friends and say, what am I good at? Maybe 10 people, 5 people, 10 people. And you will find a recurring thread. And a lot of times it will be things that you didn't even notice, right? Because they come too easily to you and all that kind of stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna put a little caveat here. It has to be stuff that fits this criteria, but people are willing to pay for, okay? So there is no such thing as a business that does not involve a profit. Like, the whole idea behind a business is we serve people and make a profit. That's the way that it works. So if you have something out of these questions, and there are many more, but at least this is a starter, and it's not something people will pay for, throw it away. Like, it doesn't matter. Your business, you should be making a profit. Okay, so the third thing is immersion. You have to immerse yourself in the entrepreneurial world. And I want you to think of it like, if you want to learn Spanish, there are a number of ways to do that. You could listen to a podcast. You can learn off an app like Duolingo. Or you could go to Spain for 6 months, right? If you go to Spain for 6 months, you are immersed in the culture. You're immersed in the language. Nobody's really speaking English to you. In 6 months, you'll be speaking Spanish, right? Okay, so in the same way, you have to immerse yourself. So one of the ways to do that would be like podcasts, blogs, books, YouTube channels, people that you follow. And I think I'll do another video to talk about how to choose who to follow, how many people to follow, and stuff like that. The second thing in the immersion is intentionally changing your tribe. If you are trying to be an entrepreneur and all your friends are employees who want nothing to do with personal development, want nothing to do with entrepreneurship, would prefer to have, whiny parties all day, complain about everything that's not working, you have to change your tribe. You are not going to be a great entrepreneur. You are not going to take a business off the ground hanging around a crowd like that. So it's John Maxwell that says that you are going to remain the same except for the people you meet and the books that you read. So if you want to change, your tribe has to change. Now, getting sloppy people into your life, that can happen by default, but getting great people in your life that will jumpstart your process, you are talking about something that you have to do intentionally, okay? And you don't have to know these people. You don't have to be connected to these people. You just know that they have to be getting the results you want. So there is nothing wrong with, let me say you wanted to open a private practice. There's nothing wrong with calling up somebody else who owns their own private practice and ask them, hey, can I have an hour of your time? I'd love to take you out to lunch. I just have some questions. I'm thinking of starting a practice, don't really know where to start. Most people who are entrepreneurs want to help other entrepreneurs, okay? So buy them lunch, sit with them, make a connection, okay? And make sure that you give something in return. That's a two-way street. Everybody is tuned into a station called WIIFM. What's in it for me? Okay? Everybody's there. So everybody has a need. Try and meet the need, buy them lunch, get them a gift, whatever. But get them into your tribe. Okay? Now, so if they're CEOs, even if they're not in the medical field, take them to lunch. If they're entrepreneurs doing very, very well, find a way to connect with them. Now, part of this would be people that you would pay. So you need a coach, get a coach. And some people say, oh, I don't believe in coaches. They just want your money. Listen, you believe in coaches for everything, okay? You have no problem with a personal trainer. You have no problem with a senior resident who took you under their wing, which, by the way, that's a coach. Your child is playing piano, they have a coach and you pay them. Oprah had 5 coaches. If Oprah had 5 coaches, you need 10, but start with 1. But get a coach on board, somebody that would show you the way and hold your feet to the fire. And you need that. They will give you unbelievable momentum, and you need a coach. So really, it's as simple as that. Now, another part of immersion is conferences. And conferences, well, let me talk about mine. I'm going to be hosting a conference. It's called EntreMD, Entrepreneurial Doc. And the tagline is, increase your income by 30%. As a physician entrepreneur. Again, I am the no fluff coach and no fluff, physician entrepreneur, where I want to show you how to make a profit doing what you do. You love serving people and all of that stuff. And in that conference, I am going to be showing you how to build a profit plan, how to build a trajectory of your career wherever you're starting from, so you can move from active income to leverage income to passive income, and you have a game plan for this. I'll be showing you how to build a client attraction system, right? What's the point of having a great product that nobody knows about and nobody's using? And I'm going to be showing you different ways you can increase your bottom line by 6 figures, so at least $100,000. People do it in every field. There's no reason why we can't. And you may not know how to do it right now, but it's a learnable skill. You learn medicine, okay? That is without a doubt one of the most hardest things in the universe. One of the hardest things in the universe to learn, but you did it. So business skills, you can absolutely learn that, okay? But with every conference, there are two things. So one thing is the content, okay? So this is going to be pretty good, but the content of the conference. The second thing is the networking in the conference. When I go for a conference, I treat it as 50-50. So you're going to hear about business ideas. You're going to hear about what people do. And that's going to jumpstart something in you. That's going to pull up ideas that you had that you've thrown away. That's going to, broaden your horizons. But then again, you're also going to meet with people who are doing stuff. And the discussions with them is also going to jumpstart other things. It's going to kind of activate stuff, dreams that lie dormant in you, businesses that you've been walking around and you didn't even know you had. So conferences are powerful. I have traveled to all kinds of places, spent all kinds of money to go to events. So this is June the 8th. June the 8th, 2019. It's an all-day conference. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. But if you're not in Atlanta, it doesn't matter. People are coming from North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, New York. I've gone everywhere for conferences, okay? You travel for baby showers, you travel for weddings, you travel just because. You should travel to jumpstart your business career, okay? So conferences, okay, is part of your immersion, okay? If you do not stay in a business world, then it's hard to jumpstart what's on the inside of you, okay? All right, so this is helping. Post in the comments, let me know, okay? So number one is recognize that you're already a business, okay? Number two is look inward to find out what your business ideas are. And number three is immersion, okay? So it's the same thing we did in medical school. It was immersion. We didn't take a class, we didn't take one class every 2 or 3 months. Like, it's hardcore. And by the time they're done, you will be a physician. So it's the same thing. Immerse yourself in the business world. And as the months go by, you find yourself there. Okay. So number four. So, you don't know where to start, all this stuff. Okay. So since you're a business, register your business, okay? Dr. XYZ LLC, okay? Register it. I will give you some hands-on practical tips. Register it, okay? Now, before I continue, let me say this. If you don't start from where you are, you will stay where you are, okay? You should probably type this. You should probably print it and put it on your wall. If you do not start from where you are. So don't wait for everything to be okay, because that never happens, okay? So you start from where you are. If you don't start from where you are, you will stay where you are, okay? So first thing, register your business, get business cards, okay? You don't have to say what business this is. You're a doctor, right? So put put a phone number, put an email, you're good. Get your business cards. Number three, and this is really important, clean up your online brand. And of course, too much to do in the scope of this video, but clean up your online brand. Okay, so if you have a Facebook page, put your doctor, whoever, put a professional picture there, put what specialty you are, what kind of people you help. And I can do a different video to talk about messaging and all of that stuff, but you do have to do that. So clean it up, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like Dr. Oz's Facebook page, but you have to start from where you are. So clean it up. Okay, clean it up. The next thing, start doing Facebook Lives. Why not? I mean, like, you might say, I don't have a business yet. Okay, but you're an internal medicine doc. Hypertension is a thing. Diabetes is a thing. All those things. Start talking about it. Okay. So the premise is this. Even if what you're doing is not the thing, right? Doing it will lead you to the thing. Okay. So yes, okay, fine, but this is not what I really want to do, fine. But get comfortable talking to people about, hypertension. You should take your medicine. If you're in the area, come check us out at our clinic, blah, blah, blah. Because guess what you're going to do when you start your business? The same thing. Okay, but you're building a name for yourself. You're building a brand for yourself. I have had people reach out, Wells Fargo reach out to me, hey, would you do a commercial from us, just because they saw us on Instagram. 11 Alive is like, hey, we want to do a video on what you do in your practice, just because of what they saw on social media. So you don't know who's looking. You don't know if you're going to get to be a brand ambassador for something. You don't know. but you have to put yourself out there. Okay, so even though you don't know what exactly your business is, start from there, start from somewhere. Okay, speaking gigs, pick them up. You know, pharmacy reps are looking for people to speak for them. There are tons of conferences looking for people to speak. Okay, again, you're extroverting yourself into the marketplace. It opens doors, it creates new opportunities. It may not be the thing, but in doing it, it would lead you to the thing. So you might go like, okay, but this is like all over the place. Okay, you're not going to get clarity about what you need to do by not doing anything. The clarity comes from doing. So think medical school. You didn't know what specialty you wanted to be, but that was okay though. You had to start med school. You had to take your classes, your stuff in the class. You had to go and do rotations. It was in action that you got clarity. It's the same thing with business. So even if after this you're like, I'm not really sure, register your business, get your cards, clean up your online brand, start doing Facebook Lives, start doing speaking gigs. It may not be the thing, but the more you do it, the more you get clarity. Okay. All right. Then collaborate, right? People have podcasts, be a guest on their podcast, right? People have YouTube channels, be a guest there. Somebody's doing an event, support their event, put the word out there. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm saying, because it increases your network, it increases the number of people you know, it increases your visibility, it will bring you clarity. And there's nothing I've said here that you can't start today. If you will start today, you'll be one step closer to knowing what exactly you should be doing. Okay? But not doing anything is a recipe for disaster. Okay? All right. So the fifth thing is massive action. So I've given you some stuff to do, but do it like I'm talking Facebook Lives once a week. Why not? Speaking gigs once a month. Why not? Collaborating with another doctor once a month. Why not? Right? The faster you do it, the faster you get to clarity, the faster you start on some business. You see what I'm saying? Like, get it going, but massive. Don't do a Facebook Live every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Don't register your business 2 weeks from now. Don't take massive action. So I'm gonna give you a few quotes about action. Okay, so one is what I said before, that action is what creates clarity. Okay, there's no clarity with action. You have to start doing stuff. Number two, perfection is not required. And this is hard for doctors. Perfection is not required, only progress. You don't have to so in medical school you want to get an A, in business you want to get a B. Okay, once it's good enough, go. Once it's good enough, go. I mean, like, imagine a speaker waiting for them to be a perfect speaker before getting speaking gigs. No, you have a good enough talk and then you deliver it excellently. And in doing that, you figure, okay, people didn't really respond to this. This was a little confusing. I should tweak this. I should tweak that. And you go back again and it's better. And you learn something else and learn something else and you tweak it again and you go back and it's better. Perfection is not required. In fact, you should post this in the comments. Perfection is not required, only progress. So take action and stop waiting to get it perfect before you act. Start acting. Don't wait for, before I do my Facebook Live. Listen, the first day I did a Facebook Live, maybe a video, I don't think it was live. The first day I did a video, I had been stalling on videos for 2 years. I knew 2 years before I started that I was supposed to be doing videos. And I had a friend who is, she's on track to do $4 million this year. She's on track to do $4 million. She's brilliant, okay? Brilliant business person. And she's doing an Instagram Live, worst video production ever. And in the middle of the live, she's like, oh, what are you doing? She's talking to her kids. What are you doing? Yeah? You're done with your homework? Okay. And then she goes back and she continues her live. And I was like, she has 30,000 followers. She's puts on great events. She has, so what am I waiting for? So I shut down the live. I called my daughter, who was 9 at the time. I said, stand here, hold this phone, record this video. And I come up and I talk about screen time and all this stuff. And I put it on the internet. I was like, oh, my hair is not this, that. I was like, put it on the internet. And I was like, now I've done my worst video ever. And all I can do is get better from here. Perfection is not required, only progress. Okay? All right, next quote, messy action is better than no action. Okay? So if you're like, I can't really do this really well, and the only other alternative is not to do it not really well. Okay? Messy action is better than no action. Start doing something. Think about the 1-year-old. When they take a step and they fall, we celebrate. We're like, yes, he took 3 steps. We don't talk about the fact that he fell. We talk about the steps that he took, right? We know how to do that with our kids. We need to do it with ourselves, okay? So take action. It could be messy. Take it, okay? All right, and take massive action, because if you treat your side hustle, your side gig, like a side gig, like it's something I kind of sort of do by the side, you will get side gig income, which is kind of, kind of some extra money to buy gas. Okay, so you treat your gig like a gig, and you take action, and you get the results that you want to see. Okay. All right, so I hope this helped. If you don't know, you're like, I don't know where to start from. Number 1, you're a business. Number 2, look inward. Number 3, immerse yourself in business culture. Number 4, start from where you are. Number 5, take massive action. Okay. All right, so I want you to do a few things in the comments. I want you to post your biggest takeaway, okay? If you're like, oh my gosh, Dr. Una, this was so amazing. I do not have one big takeaway. I have 3, then post 3 of them, okay? But post at least one big takeaway, okay, that you're leaving with. And, let me know what action you're gonna take. I don't want you to watch this and go like, oh, this was interesting, I was inspired. No, I want you to take action, okay? Number 2 is, hey, I made this event not for me. This event is for you, okay? So I'm gonna post the link in the comments. I want you to register for it. It will be life transforming, okay? I have had clients who have started skincare lines, who have built an online brand, online persona, professional persona with a big following that generates them income. I have had people go from being scared to rocking stages, all kinds of stuff, okay? And I'm not talking about things that are not tangible, like, oh, my coach makes me feel good. No, I'm talking about tangible results. And this is for you, okay? So it's June the 8th, 2019, 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. at beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Register, okay? I want to see you there. And I am also going to be posting in the comments because, again, I want to help you with your immersion. I did a webinar recently, the top 7 mistakes entrepreneurs make. Okay, so I'm going to post that in the comment section, and you just need to sign up to get instant access, and then you start immersing yourself in that. Okay, if you have any questions or anything, you can always reach out. All my social media links will be on there. You can PM me. You can reach through me through the website. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you had any other questions, or you're like, this was really cool, I have this question, or why don't you do a video about this too, just post in the comments. I'll be happy to do it. Thanks again for watching. Again, I'm Dr. Una, and I am here for you. I'm here to help you embrace entrepreneurship, rock entrepreneurship, so that you can have the prestige, you can have the money, you can have the freedom that you work so hard for, and I believe we can all do it. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you in Atlanta.